Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be learning a little bit about satellites, and yeah, that's just about it. Alright guys, so we have a bit to get done today. One of the first things I really want to talk about is the matter condenser, okay? This guy right here is going to be making singularities for us. I just have it set up to where it inputs as much cobblestone as I possibly can. I think this is honestly too much for the conduit to handle. But it's filling up relatively quickly, and then hopefully it will automatically export once the item gets put in here, and it'll just put it into this chest for us. The reason I want this is because there is a, what is it called? Crafting terminal. This guy right here, crafting terminal. And if you see, there is a Infinity Booster card. Okay? And if we look up Infinity Booster card, it's right here. It requires the quantum entangled singularities. And to get these, it says you drop one singularity and a ender dust, and it will cause an explosion within range of the item, and thus you'll get this guy. So, I don't know how many you actually get, but I think it's just one. But you definitely get them. But today we're going to be working on satellites. We're going to try and get some satellites in space, get some data collecting, so we can go to other planets. This is a pretty time-consuming process, and so I decided to opt out of making all the items here on camera, and I went ahead and just made them off camera, so it saves a bit of time. Oops, let's actually place this one back. There we go. So I went ahead and set up some cabling here. Let's go ahead and hook up our output, or a power plug. There we are. Power plug, input hatch, and output hatch. They'll automatically pull out for us. And then our data buses. Now data buses, they're made by making these data storage units. And the data storage unit is an emerald, so just keep that in mind. And of course the basic circuit, which, you know, is a big rabbit hole there as well. So let's go ahead and get our data buses. There's that. And then we can scroll up one, and we will get stone slabs, which was kind of new to me. I was like, wow, they're using stone slabs. Yeah, so stone slabs here, and then of course our astro body processor, which is this guy. So this guy is going to process data. It does have a pretty intensive interface here. Right here will be our like planet card. Pretty sure that's what it is. I kind of did some research on my own trying to figure out this model a bit. This is actually a button, but we put the planet ID chip in here, the planet that we want to identify, I think, and it'll eventually process after things have been researched. I don't know. It's still new to me. I'm still learning, so you know, just just give me a break, I guess. The satellite builder. This is something else as well. I don't think there is a like UI for it. I didn't see anything. It said satellite builder in here, so it's not like a multi-block or nothing. It's just another block. It does look like it needs something though. I'm not sure what it actually needs, unless it needs a data bus. But give me just a second, I'll go ahead and check it out and figure it out real quick. Okay, so I just had to do a quick look real quick, and I figured it out. I just needed a power plug, so I went ahead and made one real quick. And now we can go ahead and hook this guy up to some power, just like so. And this now has power, and we can start making satellites. So it's something new. Okay, so right here we get these I/O ports, and the I/O ports hold the data storage components. Now here gets these basic solar panels. Now the basic solar panels just require gold plates. They're really easy to make. Up here we have our satellite ID chips. So this is going to be a satellite ID chip. And it's also pretty simple to make. It's just a basic circuit in a crafting grid. Okay, so all of that said, we need to make an optical. There's three different types that we need to make: an optical, a composition sensor, and a mass detector. The optical will give us distance data, and that's pretty simple. You place that in here, and then you should be able to hit build, and it's going to build us a satellite, and then over here it should drop our thing. Okay, it's satellite ID chip 0 on this satellite. Now we put another one in there. It's unprogrammed. This one is programmed. It says planet unknown. I don't know if we have to put a certain planet in here. That would probably been something that I might want to actually check before. Alright, so I think we're good when it comes to building this stuff. I did have to make a few other things after learning a bit more. It's like I'm learning as I'm doing this, so I had to go back and actually make a few things. But I did finally figure it out, so I think we're set up for the most part. I do need to make our other satellites. Currently we only have the one. And we can go ahead and fill this whole thing with them. The other two that we need. Just as long as, I mean, it's only going to build this one. And then when we go to set up our other one, it's going to build another one. This is ID 1 and this is 1. Okay? So they are currently set up. Let's go ahead and get our other one right here. And the satellite that it goes to. Okay. And then here's going to be our next satellite. We just need to put our mass detector on here. Okay. And we'll build that, and then that should be good. Alright, I think I'm learning a lot more about this mod, and I'm starting to really understand it a bit. Making a lot more sense to me. Okay, so this part is done. Now, we need to launch these satellites into space to start collecting data. But there also is another thing we need to learn about, and that's using these satellite terminals and the rocket monitoring station, which the rocket monitoring station is not necessary. Like, we don't have to have it, but it will help us. This the rocket assembly machine is going to be just as good. It's just you can actually see some more data with this guy. Okay, let's dismount. Just want to dismantle this thing. All right, and we're going to just tear this guy apart because we don't need all of this on here. We only need a few things to send this guy to space. And I really don't want to waste too many materials just sending more than what we need into space. Okay, so let's set this up. Let's go ahead, and we already have 3 thrusters. Now we just need to worry about this, and we need our guidance computers, which we've used before, and satellite bays. Okay, we're going to end up shooting up 3 rockets, so each rocket's going to have its own separate thing. Alright, and we can actually scan this and see. Alright, so it does have enough thrust. Honestly, we could probably just get by with 1 rocket, possibly. I want to try and make one of the most efficient ones I can. We can scan this again. Alright, so it doesn't have enough fuel. 1 more will probably hit our fuel level. Okay, it's got enough thrust. It's got enough weight. It's got enough fuel. Okay. We're probably going to need another structure tower. So we can head back to the base real quick, and I think I have some structure towers in there. If not, they're really easy to make, and they don't cost too much, so just a little bit of steel. Structure towers. Just 2. I think 2 would honestly be fine. Because all we have to do is put the 2 blocks on top, and we're good to go. Okay, so we need a guidance computer and a satellite bay. So we can put the satellite bay down and then the guidance computer. Alright, and then we can make sure our structure towers is at least as tall as our rocket. And scan this again. Now it says not enough fuel capacity. Okay, so we probably are better off making a different size rocket. We probably will use the 3 thruster method. I think that one is probably going to be just fine. 3 thrusters, some fluid, I think it needs to be one tall here. And we put our satellite bay and our guidance computer. And now let's see. Everything looks fine. Okay, as long as it goes up to the line. I think the weight. As long as there's enough fuel, it's fine, and enough thrust, we're fine. Clear for liftoff. Okay, we're good. Alright, and then in this one, this is probably one of the best ones you can probably make, I guess. We will put our optical satellite in here in the satellite bay. And then I guess we can place down our rocket monitoring system. We can set that right here. I think it does need some power. So we can hook up our power. Go across here. Okay, it doesn't require power. You do have to have this, now that I think about it. You have to have this to be able to send it. Okay. And then we're going to shift click here and connect that to that after this thing is built. Is it already built? Okay, let's build it. Okay, now it's built. Now we can link these together and then link this together. And now you can see the fuel level going up. So this is going to be draining fuel from there, filling this guy up, and then we're going to be able to send it off into space. And the rest is just going to take time, to be honest. I think this guy's ready to be launched, so let's launch it. Look how cool that is. Sweet. Okay, so that's one rocket down. I kind of like these like thick fog particles. Whoa. Yeah, this is pretty neat. It of course goes way faster than I can manage. But as you can see, it's showing the altitude. And right here it's showing this, and everything looks fine. It shows mission progress NA. Not applicable at the moment. Alright, there's redstone control. It looks like it's now, yeah, it's where it needs to be. Okay, so it's done. So that rocket has officially launched and is ready to go. We have 3 more to get done. So now we know how to build these. So 2 high, 1 up, and a satellite bay. And this guy. Guidance computer. Correct. Alright, so we're done there. We just need to put our satellite in here. Satellite 2, which is our composition scanner. Make sure this is clear for liftoff. Build it. Link it. And now we can watch the fuel level go up, and then we can thus launch it from there. So yeah, I'm learning a little bit. That's just one satellite down. So that guy's going to be producing some data. I do want to get these guys set up over here. So there are satellite terminals that we need to set up. And I guess we can set them up like this. And just hook some power into them. And as long as there's power, I think they work. We can go ahead and set the top one here to link into here, and now it should start connecting. Right? Alright, now see it's collecting data. There's 10 data right here. So it is connected. And then we'll do the same to this one once this rocket is ready to go, which it should be. Alright, so we'll launch this guy off. How cool is that? We could make more launch pads, but I think this one's fine at the moment before we start getting anywhere else. And as you can see, the data, it is going up and being collected, which is exactly what we want. We want this thing to collect data. It is really slow, considering how much we actually need to get anywhere in this pack. Also, we need to go ahead and set down the planet selector. I'm not sure. Okay, here's this. Okay, so now we can see the other planets. And at the moment, this is our sun, I'm guessing. So now we can see the other planets. They are all over the place. This is Earth. We can go up. These are solar systems. And then if you zoom in here, you can see our moons. Go up. We can see other planets' moons, like Mercury. Mercury doesn't have any. But of course you can see we can learn information about these places. And this is what we'll use to select the planets that we want to learn stuff about. So pretty nice, I guess. And we'll have to use this data for that. Okay, so we gotta make another one. So 2 up, 3 across, or in the middle one needs to be 3 high. And then that should be a good enough rocket to get going. Okay, and make sure not to forget to put your satellite in there. This is going to be a mass scanner. And scan. And build. Pretty nice. And then we have to link everything again. And make sure it's getting enough fuel. Or we can launch it. And then we might as well go ahead and connect this one. Solar ID chip here. And connect. And it's already got 8 data since it's been up. And this one's ready to launch. Awesome. And we'll be able to do the same thing with this one. No link at the moment. It's hooked to an optical telescope. This is hooked to a composition sensor. And this one will be hooked to the mass scanner. That is such a cool fog animation. Alright, this is how we're going to be able to travel to other planets. We needed the planet selector to be able to learn information about the planets. I'm pretty sure. Unless this is already something that's set up. Like, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, so Mercury. Like, I know we need to go to Mercury because Mercury is one of the things that we need. It looks like information's already been figured out. I don't know. Maybe we can just go ahead and already travel and we didn't even need to do this part. I don't know. Let's go ahead and hook this up. Connect. It's already gaining data. And then what you can do is put a actual planet chip and say we want to learn a little bit more about Mercury. We should be able to select our planet. Okay, let's go to Mercury. Or was it shift? Not what I want to do. I guess this can honestly go above this. Yeah, I'm kind of stumped here. How do you get this? That's an unprogrammed one. We need it to be programmed. I wouldn't think you would put these both on a rocket, but I could be mistaken. We can go ahead and try it out. Let's go ahead and build another rocket. And I guess we can put the guidance computer, planet selector, and guidance computer together in our carpet. It probably isn't able to. Oh, it is clear for liftoff. I build it, and it was it. Shift click on this. Select destination. No, you can't. Okay, so I'm still learning. Still trying to figure this out. Dismantle. Didn't mean to break that, but I did. Okay, so there's still a bit for me to learn. That's definitely sure. But on this, I guess let's look at this. Okay, so I did some more research, and I don't even think that I really need all this stuff. I think this is mostly for asteroid mining and things of that nature. I guess I was looking at a older version of this pack, not this pack, older version of this mod. So I found a newer version, like spotlight on it, and yeah, I need to make a satellite, or not a satellite, a space station. We cannot go to any other planets until we have a space station, but I can keep going to the moon. So to be able to go to the other planets like are required, I pretty much need to make a space station and a warp core. Now, if we look at the warp core, it is in here. There's a warp core right here. And let's see. Let's see what it actually requires. Warp core. It needs titanium blocks. 15 titanium blocks at that, to be able to make this thing. Okay. My titanium production is okay, but I don't think it's 15 blocks okay. Actually, I haven't even been producing any titanium for a while. I do have some dust in there. But yeah, I have not been producing any. But I do think I have some more of the bauxite ore that we need for that. So I've definitely been, I definitely have some of that, because I haven't been using any. But yeah, we can't really do anything yet. I did get satellites set up, so at least we have that, and if we need them in the future, they will be storing data for us, so, I mean, we need it. That's probably something we needed to have done anyways. It's just, when I look in this planet selector, which I was shown in a previous tutorial that I was looking for, yeah, it just seemed like, I don't know, it seemed like they were using this to set the planets that they wanted to research. And I guess you had to research the planets, but I'm not seeing the planets being needed to be researched. I'm looking for a specific planet. Okay, there's one that's really small. Here's another one, Pluto. That's really small. You can barely see that. We zoom in on Pluto. What? Look at that moon. And the size of Pluto? That don't make sense. Is that supposed to be there? I don't know. Yeah, you can see Pluto is incredibly tiny. I think that's one of the smallest of the planets that you can find. Here's the sun. Yeah, it just takes you to the same place. So yeah, we're gonna definitely have to look into that eventually. But right now, we can't even set a planet ID chip. I don't think the planet ID chip is supposed to go here. Well, I guess it can. And you click this to do process discovery. To get... This is the satellite builder, so we're good there. These guys are just producing this. You can set a chip in here, in each one of these. And the chip you can set to store to chip, and it's going to store, or yeah, store to chip. Store to buffer? It's not even storing the data. It's supposed to store it to the data. But this data is not storing to anything. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out a little bit more. We got satellites up there. They are doing what they're supposed to do. It's just I'm having issues figuring this out. But apparently we need to make a space station. That's just like an expensive thing we have to do to be able to move further into this pack. Because apparently I have to definitely have titanium. And apparently titanium is something you can get in another planet. I'm pretty sure. Titanium ore. What is it called? How do you get this stuff? Isn't there an ore? Where does this come from? No, it's just the dust. Okay. I don't even see an ore. So yeah, we'll have to figure it out a little bit further, but for now, this is all I have for today, and if you guys enjoyed this episode, please remember to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and as always, thanks for watching.